Hey guys, what's going on? It's old Brookie. I'm up and at 'em, and I've got a little tiny idea that this is something I would practice on the couch at night, and I just like the sound of it. I'm going to do three chords: A minor, D minor, E7, and I use those in a lot of songs that I write. That kind of a chord group, plus other chords, of course, but these are really powerful. So like, let's just hear the chords as simple cowboy chords. A minor, D minor, E7, which pulls us back to A minor. So that'd be like a 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, which kind of drags us back to the 1. You could do finger picking on those and get some kind of profound effects like but I like to move that up the neck into riffs, create riffs out of those notes. And it's really just simple patterns. So the A minor I'm going to use is like a, that was A, C, E, C, E, C, E, C. That's a 5, 8, 7, 8. So the notes of an A minor chord are A, C, E. A is the root of the chord, C is the minor third, and E is the fifth of the chord. Don't confuse that with a 1, 4, 5 chord progression. Different thing. These are chord tones of that specific chord. This is pretty obvious, but my ring finger, here's what I see students do. Picking up fingers too high, while the ring finger, I would try to get you to keep your ring finger in place. Looks like index wants to stay in the same place too. That's cool. Now alright, so that's gonna work all over the neck. You know, if you go over here, or something like that. You can move it in many different locations, but I'm not going to jump all over the place right now. I'm just going to use that same idea and go one string over to the D minor, which is D, F, A. Those are the three notes of the D minor chord. I just really get a kick out of converting a chord into a riff. And yeah, it's basically just an arpeggio. When I get to E7, there's some really cool options. I can do this, which would be an E major. An E7 has 4 notes, but I only want to play 3 of them, so something's got to go. When I did that, I lost the flatted 7. So that's a E, G sharp, B. And it works. Sounds kind of cool. Except I'm going to play around with the E7. Ooh! I like that. That sounds kind of deep and mysterious. And, you know, the E, that sounds correct the way I did it the first time. But all I did was grab my G. Remember, E7 is made of E, G sharp, B, and D notes. And we're going to lose one, So I'm going to sacrifice the root. I'm going to go for a low G sharp. That's a third of E, or E7. B is the fifth, and D is the flatted 7 or dominant 7. And that just sounds really ominous and powerful. And it sounds kind of out there. You know, I kind of visualize A and D sort of like toggle back and forth in a pleasant fashion. But that E7, it's out on the edge, you know. It's like, are you sure that's right? You know, there's so much tension. It sounds so wrong and disturbed. But when you bring it back from the edge to A, resolution. So you have that dissonance and consonance. Dissonance is and resolution back to the root. And there's technical terms for that. If you're a music theory major, you're taught, you know, some terms. I never got that far. But let me just add some distortion to this, just to kind of make it sound kind of gnarly. And you could do that all over the neck, which I'm not going to do right now because I tend to get carried away. I've done that all my life, but I'm learning to focus on what I can do. Keep it small. Uh-oh. Oh no, I said I wasn't going to go. Wow, that's a weird sound of fuzz. Anyway, I tried to keep it. I tried not to do it, but I just want to show you, give you a glimpse that you could expand that like crazy and make some really cool licks. Because otherwise, you know, if you're just kind of stumbling around the scale, you know, let's say those chords, something like that's happening, and you're playing your scale. It's like, you know, maybe it could all maybe work. This is more like laser guided digital perfection. This kind of arpeggio riffing, you know, it just makes it, I don't know what the word is. It fits. It's like if you're building a guitar and you make a neck joint for your neck and the neck fits right in really tight. That's going to be great, man. It's just like two pieces fit together perfectly. That's what I like about these. It's just purely logical. It sounds, what's the word? Impeccable. There's no wrong notes, you know, when you do it. It's kind of like a really cool exercise, but I use it in those songs, and I've learned to expand those triads all over the neck. Which, let's just learn this now. That's a G sharp, B, D, B, 4, 7, 5, 7 for fret numbers. And you can do these slow. You can just go burr, burr, burr. Most stuff I do pretty slow. very dramatical. So I compensate. You know, I'm really not a fast guitar player. Unless I'm on one string, I can, you know. On one string, I can move, but jumping from string to string, I tend to snag, stumble, and fall flat on my face. So, because I'm not fast, I use chord tones to target the correct note. Then I don't sound like such a goof when I'm trying to improvise. I can play slow and sound in tune. Alright guys, well, I had fun. I really have fun making these videos. It's really just massively fun to broadcast to strange people that I don't know. Well, you're not that strange, but you're friendly and you're nice, and most of the time. So thank you so much for letting me have this fun. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take my van to the dump and just make sure the van is working. All right. Well, I'm gonna say goodbye, and I just had a ton of fun doing these triad arpeggio things. They sound cool, and I want you to sound cool too. So have fun with your guitar, and I'll see you soon. Wait a minute, you'll see me soon.